Spider-Man Outlaws Season 1, Episode 6, a fanfiction Spider-Man podcast created by Josh Dowd. This episode's titled The Bridge, The Plan, The Hideout. We start this episode on the George Washington Bridge, where popular filmmaker/actor Quentin Beck is making his newest movie. The main part in the upcoming action thriller is played by an upcoming actress named Mary Jane Watson. She plays a badass secret agent turned wanted rogue. As everyone gets into their places, MJ hops into a convertible red car and waits for Quentin Beck to start the show.
Places, everyone! And trust me, I'm the best at what I do. Nobody makes a movie like I do. I'm the next Kevin Smith.
You wish.
Now shut up and let me direct.
I was just saying, I think there's something weird going on here. I swear I saw a woman that looked just like the original actress. But, I don't know, slightly older and robotic? Trying to sabotage the rig on this last take that we did.
Yes, I've had the Teamsters check it. They assure me that it is all good. Now, everyone get into places.
He walks over to the monitor that's connected to the camera and says,
The original actress that played this part years ago disappeared. What a preposterous idea. All right, everyone, quiet on the set and action.
The scene starts off with no issues. MJ drives from one end of the bridge to the other. All of the explosions that occur look amazing, and the scene is supposed to look like she is fleeing for her life in a fast car while being attacked by an enemy chopper overhead. The scene finishes and the crew arrives at the car she just drove, but she's gone. They look all over the set, try her phone, but she's disappeared. As this is going on, in the middle of the bridge, a black hole emerges and starts pulling things into it. As everyone is screaming, fleeing, Quentin Beck stands his ground and watches in astonishment.
What kind of movie effect is that?
A man covered in spots emerges from the black hole and looks at him. As he turns around, he closes the black hole.
There we go, so much better. Excuse me, chap. Can you tell me your name and the date?
I'm sorry, buddy, but how did you do that?
I'm afraid it was an accident. Now, how about that name and date, Jim?
I'm sorry, it's April 11th, 2025. My name's Quentin Beck, and I'm a brilliant famous movie director.
Let's see, based on that data, it would seem I'm... back to my original universe. Ship me. Thank you, chap.
Wait, hold on. You said your original universe? What's that mean?
I thought you said you were brilliant, but very well. That means there's more than one.
I'm only quoting what you have said.
And yes, I spotted that. Ha ha! See what I did there? I got spots. Spotted that. You know, the other Quentin Beck that I've met, he had a funny bone. He was brilliant. Called himself Mysterio. Had a giant half-translucent globe for a head. And pretty cool cape. Capes are cool.
Oh, yeah? But I bet he didn't have this.
Quentin Beck shows the spot, a cube.
It's a hollow cube. You throw it on the ground and it augments the reality around you for a short time.
Actually, he did. Mysterio was the master of mystery and illusion. All smokes and mirrors. Oh my, I'm sorry, but it really must be going.
Wait, tell me more about this Mysterio character.
I can't. I told you everything I've already know. I'm sorry, bud, but I've got to go. I've got a girl to find and some plans of crime. With my spots, I'll have all the time. But only for a certain amount of life to which to use them, I'm afraid. With that said, ciao.
The spot creates a black hole and it closes as he walks through it. Police arrive on the scene and Quentin fills out a missing persons report with Terry Lee for MJ. Across the scanners, a code 37 is reported in Central Park. We hear Officer Morales say,
All available units, please report to Central Park ASAP. Please be advised, there is a man-wolf fighting a lizard?
We see exactly what we just heard. We go to Central Park and see Man-Wolf and the lizard are battling.
Why don't you just leave me alone?
Because, John, I'm
trying to save you.
I don't want to be saved. Evolution has turned us into this.
No, accidents have turned us into this.
You know, he's right.
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
Man-Wolf attacks Lizard with a 1-2 punch in the snout, and the Lizard retaliates with tail swatting him, bitch slapping him in the face 3 times. Inside the Daily Bugle, a nearby cameraman arrives on the scene and starts to transfer the video back to the station. Betty Brant sees this and rushes into J. Jonah Jameson's office to tell him.
JJ, one of our camera guys just started to send over this video. Look, we should go live.
J. Jonah Jameson watches the video.
A lizard and a man-wolf fighting in Central Park. What? Hey, wait a minute. Is that wolf wearing John's necklace? It's one of a kind. I know it anywhere.
Wait, so that's your son?
I think so. Call Parker. I want photos, but none of Spider-Man. Just the freaks battling in the park. Do it now, Miss Grant. Also, I got another call to make.
But what about going on live?
Damn it, Betty. I think Man-Wolf is John. No going live. If it's him, I don't want to damage his reputation with NASA. Let me handle this. Now go.
JJ picks up his phone and dials a number, and it rings.
J. Jonah Jameson, to what do I owe this pleasure?
It's John. I found him, and I need you to get to him.
I'm already on it. He's in Central Park battling a giant lizard, which is quite surprising. I always thought they were a myth, but I guess so is the spider. Needless to say, I'm on it.
Okay, good. And please, don't hurt him. He probably doesn't even know what he's doing. Hello? That bastard hung up on me. On me!
Back in the park, Man-Wolf charged at the lizard, who was distracted battling himself, and rips off his tail. In a matter of seconds, it begins to grow back. But as Man-Wolf is holding the tail, the lizard acts fast and kicks him hard in the face, and he flies back 100 feet. Next, the lizard would pick up a nearby giant rock and throw it at Man-Wolf, who would smash through it, running at the lizard. As Man-Wolf gets to the lizard, they lock hands and struggle to try to hit one another, until the lizard starts head-bashing Man-Wolf.
You want to play, doggy? I put the doctor to sleep. Let's play.
The lizard takes a bite out of the shoulder of Man-Wolf, who then in return sweep kicks the lizard. As he is falling mid-air backwards, he is kicked into several trees and they fall down. Nearby park patrons see this happen and start to flee as they are caught in the battle between the two. As a tree goes to fall on a guy and his girlfriend having a picnic in the park, they freeze and their life flashes before their eyes until Kraven swoops onto the scene from literally out of nowhere and saves them. We see him rush over to Man-Wolf and tackle him into the ground. The lizard gets up from crashing into the trees and sees this and decides anyone crazy enough to want to battle a Man-Wolf might be crazy enough to battle him too. So he retaliated to a nearby sewer cover and escaped safely. The cameraman from the Daily Bugle was still on the scene and catching it all on film, Kraven would say.
Ha ha, I thought this place might be where we battle.
Who are you? What do you want?
To save you, my friend. You are not right.
I'm fine. You should go before you end up hurt like the lizard.
Ha 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 ha. They call me Kraven the Hunter, and you, my friend, are what I'm hunting.
Man-Wolf charged at Kraven, but he throws sonic emitters into the ground that emit a really high-pitched sound, and it causes Man-Wolf to stop in his tracks. Next, Kraven detonates a switch, and little bombs all over the park explode, filling the ground with fog for now. In anger, Man-Wolf howls and uses his senses to find Kraven. But as he swings his punches with all of his body mass, Kraven is quick enough to dodge him, doing backflips, till he stops and takes a punch.
Now that was a punch. I'm impressed. Now here's my punch.
Kraven punches the Man-Wolf in the diaphragm and makes him howl. But Kraven now discovered that there's a glowing red thing inside of Man-Wolf's throat.
You dirty old man. There is no honor in your hunt.
I hunt to win.
Kraven goes and throws a few punches, but Man-Wolf is on the defense and blocks his attack. When Man-Wolf finally gets an opening, he backhands Kraven with a mighty swing of his arm and sends him flying backwards several feet. Before Kraven can get up, Man-Wolf would bounce on him and say,
Die!
What do you do with the ones you hunt?
I keep them as trophies on my wall.
So, my life is just a game to you?
Man-Wolf takes a bite into Craven's neck while holding him down, pinned by his shoulders.
It's not just a game. I was hired to find you, to bring you home.
Liar!
When I learned of your transformation, I figured there had to be a cause. And it wasn't until a few seconds ago until I realized what it was.
I don't want to be lame as John Jameson. I have found freedom now and just want to be left alone.
That isn't you, John. It's the Goldstone amulet, right? You found it on the moon. You have, and the other half your father has. He's who hired me to find you. That thing is cursing you.
Dad? God, my head! What is happening? What am I doing?
What were you saying?
I guess actions speak better than words.
Man-Wolf lowers his left hand down onto Craven's right arm and pulls, ripping his right arm off. Craven groans in pain, but summons all of the adrenaline inside of him and uses both legs to kick the Man-Wolf off of him. He gets up and starts fleeing to a nearby rock formation and hides inside. He applies pressure to his wound and bandages it up with his shirt that he rips off from his chest. He drops another round of smoke grenades onto the ground to conceal the area, but for the most part, the fog around the park is dissipated. As Man-Wolf enters into the rock formation, he starts to rely on his senses, and since the area is now filled with smoke, he says,
Get out here, you coward! You call yourself a hunter? With the way you look, it looks like the only thing you've ever hunted was a sandwich.
Very clever for a dog brain.
What did you just say?
I said you have dog brain.
Huh, that's funny. Last time I checked, I was winning this fight. You don't stand a chance fighting with me with one arm, but I figured if I don't kill you now, you'll just regain your strength and try again. So, let's end this.
Alright, I agree. Let's end this now.
Craven emerges from the smoke and leg sweeps Man-Wolf off of his feet. He grabs his legs and quickly wraps a rope around them and then around his arms and binds him. Man-Wolf tries to cut it, but he struggles as the rope just gets tighter and tighter.
I'm really sorry I have to do this to you.
Craven blows powder into a struggling Man-Wolf's face until he passes out.
That was a concentrated dose from the poppy flower. I need you to be unconscious if I'm to do what needs to be done.
He puts his arm on Man-Wolf's body, who is now passed out.
You fought with honor, thank you.
We see Craven stab John in the chest to break a couple of his ribs. He reaches up inside of him and pulls out the amulet out of his body. We see both John and Craven are fading fast and are barely conscious. Craven would grab a container from his belt and hurry up and drink it, and put the stone into his pocket. After a few seconds, he would start to scream in pain as his body would start to heal his wound and regrow his arm. After a few moments of dealing with the pain, he gets up off the ground and picks up Man-Wolf, who is now transforming back into John Jameson. A couple hours go by, and we see him bring the body straight to the Daily Bugle, to J. Jonah Jameson, who is smoking a cigar when Craven walks through the door. His cigar drops out of his mouth in astonishment when he sees him with his son.